make sure the sound's on. There we go. Okay, now we can try. So, A1. Find the equation of the line which is perpendicular to this. So firstly I must rewrite this. Y equals 2 over 3x minus 4 over 3. See what I did there? I just rewrote the equation. Now because it's perpendicular, that means, what's the m here? Yeah, minus 3 over 2. Now, he says the point is the same point as the point where this line crosses the x-axis. So how do I find where this crosses the x-axis? Y equals 0. So if y equals 0, that means x must equal 4. So the point is the point 4, 0. So I have y equals mx plus c, and I substitute this in to find the c. So I get 0 equals minus 12 over 2 minus 6 plus c. So c is 6. So my answer is y equals minus 3 over 2x plus 6. Okay, A2, matrix question. xy equals 4 minus 7, 5, 2, inverse 19, 13, which is 1 over 8 plus 35, 43.
Yes.
2, 4, 7, minus 5, correct?
No. So
Yes.
is there any minus 1 over 43?
Well, it's 1, if we look here, highlighter, it's 1 over this times this, which is 8, minus this.
Yeah.
So 8 minus 35 is 8 plus 35, so 1 over 43. What's your question? I'm not sure your question. It's okay? Okay, so that equals 1 over 43. So 2 times 19, which is 38. 38 minus 7 times 3. So that's 17 on the top. And then on the bottom, minus 5 times 19. And then plus 4 times 13. Minus 43. Is that right? I sure hope so. Let me just double check that first one. Oh, I think I did a sign mistake on the top one, sorry. 2 times 19 plus 7 times 13. 129. Sorry. 129. Nice. Which is 3 and minus 1. Okay. A3. We want to know when it has real roots, so that means delta needs to be greater than 0. I really think that there should be greater than or equal to, but I think in the marking scheme it didn't have the equal. I don't know why. I said it should. Anyways, I'll do it with equals because I really feel like it should be there. So I need delta to be greater than or equal to 0. You remember delta? It's b squared minus 4ac, which is 32. Yeah. So that means k needs to be greater than or equal to root 32, and k needs to be smaller than or equal to minus root 32, are the two answers here. A4, Pascal's triangle to expand this. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1. So you get 1, 3, 3, 1. And then we have 2 cubed, 2 squared, 2, 3x cubed, 3x squared, 3x. And my signs, negative, positive, negative. Okay, which equals 8 minus 9 times 4, 36x, plus 36x squared minus 27x cubed. Okay. Yes. It's power 3.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, if it's power 4, yeah?
And I'm still confused about the minus or plus.
If it's power 4, it's still the same. Positive, negative, positive, negative. It's always, if you look here, Eric, if there's a minus in the question, it always goes positive, negative, positive, negative. Doesn't matter if it's 3, 4, 5, whatever.
So, I think in first circle must be the minus. Is that right?
For which, this one?
Yeah.
No, first should be positive.
I think the second one.
This one?
Yeah. It's always the minus.
I know why you're thinking this, but be careful, Eric. That minus,
Yeah.
it's not inside.
So if it's plus.
Okay. Are you asking me if it's... Alright, look, there's only really two possibilities, okay? There's this or this. Now, it doesn't matter what the power is here. In this case, they're all positive. And in this case, it goes positive, negative, negative. And that's it. No other possibility. Okay, number 5 now. Zero 0.315, blah, blah, blah. So what he wants you to do is say that this equals 315 over 1,000 plus 315 over 1,000,000 and so on. You see these three here? That's this one. And then the next tree, that's this one. And so on. Now look, this question here, again, remember I said this exam was more difficult? This question they gave you is one of the questions that they gave you extra marks on because it was too difficult. So in section A, you said number 5 was most difficult, and it is, and they gave you an extra mark or 2 for it, okay? So look, what you're to do is to write your decimal like this. But if you look here, this is like a GP, where A is 315 over 1,000, and who can tell me what OR is? How do I go from here to here?
315 over 1,000.
You're very close. It's actually just 1 over 1,000 because I just multiplied this by 1 over 1,000 to change it into this because that makes this bigger if I multiply by this. And what's the n? It's infinity. N is how many pieces you have. So if you look in the formula book, you'll get this is the formula. It's A over 1 minus R. So that would be 315 over 1,000 divided by 1 over R. Sorry, I'll write it like this. Divided by 1 minus R. which is 35 over 111. Okay, let me go up there just to make sure you have a look at that and understand what I'm doing here. Okay, don't worry so much about writing this down because like I said, I'm recording this. Unless it doesn't save properly. We'll hope it'll be fine at the end. Log 2 32 equals log x8. Right, why is my G so big? So here, if you want, you can change this into log 2. And what's 32? It's 2, 4, 8, 16, 2 power 5. Now what can I do with the 5? I can bring it down, yeah. What's log 2, 2? 1. So I get 5 equals log x8. So if you remember, that means x to the power of 5 equals 8. Very good. So that means x to the power of 5 equals 8. Therefore, x equals 8 power, or if you want to write it like this, the 5th root of 8. You can cancel this with a root. And that's the answer there. A7. Root 3 equals 2 sine 2 theta plus pi over 3. So first I'll bring the 2 down here. And then I get 2 theta plus pi over 3. That equals sine inverse that. Now, it looks like he wants it in radians. So I'll just go to radians. Sine inverse, what's going to be 60 pi over 3? Let me check that for sure. Pi over 3. Pi over 3. Or, how do we get the second answer for sine? Pi minus pi over 3, which is 2 pi over 3. Great. Now, how many answers should there be? Look at the question. How many answers should there be? 4 answers. And how many do I have? 2. So to make more answers, I'll just add and subtract 2 pi. So let me add 2 pi. So that would be 7 pi over 3. And that one would be 8 pi over 3. And then if I subtract 2 pi, minus 5 pi over 6, and then subtracting 2 pi again, minus 4 over 3 pi. I hope I did that right in my head. Apologies if I didn't. So all I did was, look here, I took this, which is here, and I add 2 pi to it, and it gave me this, and I minus 2 pi, and it gave me, which one did I say? Minus 2, this one. And then here, again, I add 2 pi, it gave me this one, and then I minus 2 pi, and it gave me this one. Eric, why do you look confused?
Minus 5 pi over 6 or 3?
6.
6?
Yes. Pi over 3 minus 2 pi. Oh, wait. Hang on. Hang on. Pi over 3 minus 2 pi is 5 over 3 pi. Thank you, Eric. Yes. Yes, 5 over 3. Why did I write 6? I do not know. Okay, happy now? Now, I just need to take this over to the right. So I get 2 theta equals, so help your teacher please, minus 4 over 3 pi minus pi over 3. So that's minus 5 over 3 pi minus 5 over 3 minus pi over 3 minus 2 pi. Pi over 0, pi over 3, 2 pi. I know, but I'll do it for fun. Now he says in the question the answer should be between minus pi and pi. So that means I like this answer. This answer. Is that it? Oh wait, no, not finished. I didn't divide by 2 yet. So I get theta equals minus 5 over 6 pi minus pi, 0, pi over 6, pi, 7 pi over 6. Now let's see which ones are between minus pi and pi. Yes. 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 All of them? No. He doesn't want this one. So theta equals minus pi minus 5 over 6 pi 0. Let me write that. Pi over 6 or 5 here. How many did I say there should be? 4. Oh, well that's because between 0 and 2 pi there'd be 4. But his one, he made it a little bit difficult by changing it to minus pi to pi. In fact, I believe he made a mistake here. He should have said in the question, can you look here? He should have said minus pi to pi. No equals here. Because, you see this one here? 0 to 2 pi. We don't include this end. But look at his question. You see he has the equal sign here. That's why you get one extra answer. Really, you're not supposed to be using this answer. So this is the extra answer. This is the reason we got 5 instead of 4 answers. Again, this question was rather difficult. I think students found this one and number 5 most difficult in section A. Okay, next. What am I doing now? A8. A8 is actually quite easy. He asked for the gradient. What's the meaning of gradient? It just means slope, very good. So how do I find the slope? I calculate the derivative, which equals 12x cubed, yes? Minus 2 plus 3x power minus 4. What I did to that was I changed it into x power minus 3. The last piece. Yeah? Okay. Now what does x equal in this question? What's x equal to? Look at the question. 2. See there? He says it's 2. Now look, he gives us the y, but we don't even need the y. So 2 cubed is 8. 8 times 12 is 96, is it? It is, yeah. 96 minus 2 is 94. 94 plus 3 over 2 power 4. 2, 4, 8, 16. See what we get here? Equals 1507 over 16. he wants you to calculate this. Minus 1 to 2, 1 over x plus 3, plus e power minus 3x dx. That equals log x plus 3 minus e minus 3x over 3. Now, where did I get these from? Formula book. You have the formula book there, Jeffrey?
Yeah.
You can see that this formula in the formula book is written like this, 1 over ax plus b. So here, what's the a? 1. And here, what's the b? 3. Okay? You get this. Now, let's put in our numbers. Log 2, so that's log 5 minus e minus 6 over 3. And then I put in 1, so that's log 4 minus e minus, minus 1, sorry. So that's 2, and then that's positive 3. Okay. Four significant figures, so that's 7.611. Okay, no problem, right? Right? I'm sorry, is this boring for you, Young?
And why do we divide by 2?
Yeah, now this is the thing. In the formula book, you see here it's EX and EX. In fact, the formula for this is not in the formula book, and they said, okay, let me just explain. In the exam, they gave us this, and then they gave us a note, and that. And then they gave us a note saying that you can write these formulas on the board for the students. So it's not in the formula book, Jeffrey, but in the exam, I wrote the formula on the board. Okay? Right. Last one in section A now. A10. Now here is two ways to do this. Maybe somebody can tell me. He wants to know what the remainder is when x is 0 and 1. So what do you do here? Huh? Yeah? Yeah, very good. Now that's one way to do it, but in fact, and you will get the right answer, there's a shorter way to do it. Yeah, just put in 0 and 1. So f0 equals minus 9, and f1 equals 4 minus 20 is minus 16, plus 27 is 11, minus 9, 2. That's the easy way. Did you divide?
Yeah.
That's okay. Did you get the same answer as the remainder?
Yes.
Yes. This is called, Eric, the remainder theorem. It's a trick to help you calculate these quickly. So, section A finished. So, let's go on to section B. B1A1. He wants you to complete the square. Do you remember completing the square? That's when you write it like this. That's completing the square. Now, that's part 1. Part 2, he wants to know, oh sorry, still part 1. He wants to know what the maximum point is. And do you remember, that would be x is -1 and y is -36. Now, what shape is this curve? What shape is this? Yeah, so is it a max or a min? Min. Okay. Part 2. Sketch the curve. Alright, let's draw a quick sketch. Y, x, and then the minimum point is -1, -36, so that's like here. Now, he also wants you to find these other points here. So firstly, what's this point? That's when x is 0. So when x is 0, what's y? -35. And then he wants you to find these 2 points. What are the names of these 2 points? They're called the roots. So you just need to solve this quadratic. Does it have factors? It does. -7 and... No, +7 and -5. So it'll be 5 and -7. What's the other way I could find this? Using the formula. You know the -b plus minus formula? Yes, you can use it instead. So this here is -7, and then this one here is 5. So there you go, quick sketch. And lastly, he wants you to solve this. So if you look at the graph, that means he wants this piece. The piece that's under because of this, under. So notice that just means your answer is between these. -7 to 5. Part B, he wants the area. Between 1 and 6. Who can tell me why I split it like this?
2 areas.
One positive, one negative. So you need a negative here and a positive here. So this will actually equal 1 to 3, 11x minus 24 minus x squared, dx, but I won't bother to write that in, plus 3 to 6, the same thing, 11x minus 24 minus x squared. So equals 11x squared over 2 minus 24x minus x cubed over 3. And then you put in 1 and 3 minus here plus the same thing, 3 and 6. So let me write the spaces in. So first I put in the 3. So 3 squared is 9 times 11 is 99 divided by 2 minus 24 times 3 minus 3 cubed over 3, which is 9. So that is minus 63 over 2. And then I put in 1. So that's 11 over 2 minus 24 minus 1 over 3. So that is minus 113 over 6. And then that will be the same here, minus 113 over 6, because I'm putting in 3 in this one also. And then I put in 6 in here. 6 squared is 36 times 11 divided by 2 minus 24 times 6 minus 6 cubed over 3 That's minus 18. You notice that this will be a minus and minus, positive. Yeah, well let's just put it in. 63 over 2, minus minus, minus. That cancels that. 27 over 2 is the answer. Now, what question should we do next? What did I say we should do next if we were doing this exam? What do we think? 4. Now, to do B4, you just need to look at the graph to figure out the A, B, C, D. So, who can tell me what they think the A is? Who can tell me what they think the A is? Any ideas? Very good, 1.5. How did you get 1.5? Well, I think I gave you formulas to calculate this too. But normally, how big is a sine graph? It's normally 2. 1 to minus 1. But this graph is 3. So that means it's 1.5 times bigger. Now, the next one we get is the D. What's the D here? 1.5 also. Why is that? Can anyone tell me? Because you move the graph up 1.5. Because if you have 1.5 sine, what's the smallest on a 1.5 sine graph? It should be minus 1.5 to plus 1.5. But what's the smallest on this graph? What's the smallest on this graph? 0. So it means you lift it up 1.5. Okay, the B. Who can tell me what the B is? Well, the B, there's a formula. It's 2 pi divided by the length. So how big is this graph? Well, look here. It's this big, isn't it? From here to here. So that is, look here, 11 pi over 2 minus pi over 2. What's that? 5 pi. So it's 2 pi over 5 pi, which equals 2 over 5. So that's the B. The B equals 2 over 5. And lastly, how do I find the C? Put a number in. Yes. What number to put in? Pi over 2 and 0. You should put this point in. Pi over 2 and 0. So you have 0 equals 1.5 cos 0.4 times pi over 2 plus c plus 1.5. So, wait, please. Let me try. Take the 1.5 to the left and divide by 1.5. That's minus 1. Cos inverse minus 1 is pi. And then bring over the minus 0.4 over 2 pi. So 4 over 5 pi for C. Okay. So C is 4 over 5 pi. And there's the B, and there's the D, and there's the A. Okay, so that's for part A. Now time for part B, which was a little bit messy. Figure 2 shows a sloping cliff AB. The point, okay, so blah, blah, blah. You have all the numbers on the graph there. What is he asking us for? He wants to know, find the vertical height of the cliff from the plane. So he wants the vertical height of the cliff. So that means, if I draw this again here, that's terrible. Let me put in the angles. What's here? 64. What's here? 67. Here? 180 minus 67. 113? 113. Here, 180 minus 64 minus 113. So that's 3. And these two angles I don't know. But I don't need to know them just yet because he actually wants this height. I'm very sorry about this graph. He wants this height. So what should I do first? Well, just like last time, you should always find this side first, using the sine rule. So sine 64 over x, what will that equal? Oh, by the way, this length here is 100, and here to here is 200. Sine 3 over 100. So x will be 100 sine 64 divided by sine 3. So therefore x equals 651.95. That's the x. Good. But I want this height. Okay? So if I look here, I know this length, I know this length, I know this angle, so I should find this one next. What rule should I use? I think I'll use, I have this length and this angle. Oh, what should I use now actually? Oh, I have two lengths. I'll use the cosine rule because I have a length, and an angle. So cosine rule, y squared equals, who can tell me this? X squared plus 200 squared minus twice 200 x cos 67. And you know x. Rats. I forgot my multiply signs. That's quite a big number, and square root answer. So I got y equals 774.63 meters. Now, am I finished? No. Now I have to find the h. That's what he wants. Okay, last triangle. I know y. What else do I know? Tricky, tricky, tricky. What else do I know? I know x. I know this. I wonder, should I try to find these angles? Yeah, I think I'll try to find this angle, because once I have this angle, I have this angle. So, sine rule. Sine 67 over y equals, I'll call this angle z, sine z over x. Sine 67 over y equals sine z over x. So take the x up here. 651.95 divided by 774.63 times sine 67. Alright, type something in wrong. Oh no!
You know why?
I'm in radian mode!
You know why?
No!
You want to first say x is wrong. So
Yes, I know, because I forgot to change it to degree mode. Ah!
Calm down.
I'll try. Hang on one second. Okay. Thank you, Eric. What is x?
1717.35.
Thank you. And then what's y? Alright, I'll type it in again. 1717.3, you say? Okay.
Oh, 1649.
Eric, come on, what is it?
16. Oh, that's right. X is right.
Oh, you're giving me the answer for y. Oh, thank you. You're so kind. What is it?
1649.5.
1649. Thank you. 1717.3 divided by 1649 times sine 67 sine inverse. So I got z equals 73.6 degrees. So then what's this angle here? Well, that would be 90 minus that. Oh, sorry, 180 minus that. Wait, what? Are you sure these are right, Eric?
Yeah.
Let me double check. I'll check. Don't worry. Yes, there is something wrong. Yes, now look, z is 73, but I know that that's wrong. Why is that wrong? Z should be more than 90, shouldn't it? Yes? So how do I find the other answer for sine? Oh yeah, yes. 180 minus the first answer. Or z equals 106.596 degrees. Don't want this answer. I want this answer. And then this answer is 180 minus z. So if I draw the triangle down here, 73.6. And y is 1649.5. And finally, what should I use here? Sine. — 1582 meters. My goodness. What a long question.
Yes.
But I'm not even finished. That's only part one. Part two. Part two, can you look here? He says, find a point P here so that the angle here is 42. So I'll draw that triangle. He wants this distance here. Now, is this enough information? No, this isn't enough information because I only have two things. I need one more thing at least. Let's look back at what we know. So, I know. Oh, yeah. I know this angle. That is, I know this angle. That is 106.6. No problem. 106.6. So 180 minus 106.6 minus 42. So that there is 31.4. So good old sine rule again. Sine 42 over x equals sine 31.4 over 300 x equals 385 meters. Messy question, but please remember there's only two rules I needed to use for this. What were they? The sine rule and the cosine rule. So although it took me a long time to do compared to question 1, there's only two rules for it. Okay. What should we do next? B5. Okay, B5. Y equals 3x4 minus 8x cubed. Eric, you are 100% sure about this x here, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And the y?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I believe you. Okay. A part 1, find the derivative. So, what's the derivative here? It will be 12x cubed minus 24x squared. And what's the second derivative? 36x squared minus 48x. No, I'm okay. Next part is find the stationary point. So what does the stationary point mean? Does anyone remember? Does anybody remember stationary point? Stationary point means when the derivative is 0. So I just need to solve this. Uh, 12x squared x minus 2 equals 0. So I get x equals 0 or x equals 2. But I should also find the y. So that means y equals or y equals. So if I put in 0, I get 0. And if I put in 2, 2, 4, 8, 16 times 3 minus 8 times 2, 4, 8. So minus 64. Minus 16. So there are my 2 points. Yeah?
What did you get y from?
I put the x's back into the equation at the start. Okay? Yeah?
Yes.
Right. Now, the next part is we need to find which is the max and which is the min. So how do you find that? You put your answer into the second derivative. So here, this will be 0. And this one here will be, if I put in 2, 4 times 36 minus minus 2 times 48. That's 49. And that will be positive. So who remembers? For positive, is it a max or a min?
For positive max.
Ah, you all got it wrong. It's a min. It's a min. It's a min. And for 0? You don't know. You don't know. So what you need to do for 0 is just draw a very, very, very quick sketch. Very, very quick sketch. So 12x cubed, I'll draw a very quick sketch here. So when x is 0, what did I say y is? 0. When x is 1, what's y? 3 minus 8 minus 5. So that's down here. And when x is minus 1, I get like up here. Positive. So the graph, I don't know what it is, but it's going something like this. So is it a max or a min? No, it's not. That's why it's 0 here. But at least I can say it's decreasing. Get which point? This one?
Yeah.
Oh no, these are just my numbers to draw a very quick graph. I just want to get a rough shape. It's decreasing. Okay. Find the equation of the tangent when x is 1. So, what's the equation of a tangent? What's the equation of a tangent? Y equals mx plus c. What's the m? The m is the derivative, the slope when x is 1. So if you just put 1 into your derivative, here it is here. If x equals 1, the m equals minus 12. So you get y equals minus 12x plus c. How do you find the c? You put in a point. What's the point? The point is x is 1 and y is, I think we said it here, when x is 1, y is minus 5. So the point is 1 and minus 5. So you get minus 5 equals minus 12 plus c. C is 7, so the answer is y equals minus 12x plus 7. Okay. B6 now, A part 1. So Jeffrey, you have the formula book there. You can see what this equals. This one here. This will equal 1 over 4 log 4x plus 2. Okay. Which equals 1.207. Next one, 1.4 tan x minus cos 2x. Now look at the formula book. Is there a formula for tan x? Is there a formula for tan x? No. Do you have a formula book? Guys, please. Is there a formula for tan x? No. Look at the formula book. Come here, Eric. Is there a formula for tan x? Do you see tan x here? No. Is there a formula for cos ax? Look for cos ax. No. This question is one of the other questions they gave you extra marks for because these formulas are not in the formula book. So I'm not going to do this with you because you will not get this on the exam because it's not supposed to be here. You will do this is actually a semester 2 question. So I won't do this with you. So when they correct your exam, this question was deleted. So that means it was a good idea to do number 6 because one of the parts were deleted. Do you understand? So I won't do that because it was deleted completely deleted. So B part 1 now. Well, this one here is okay. This one is in the formula book. It's going to be EX plus E minus X. oh, I think I know what this is going to be 0 when you put the numbers in. That's part 1. Part 2, he wants you to draw this, roughly. Now what shape is EX? EX goes up, doesn't it? And E minus X goes down. So if you look here, this is how EX looks. Yes? And this is how E minus X looks. So if you add them together, you get a graph that looks like this. Roughly. And what's this point going to be? Well, that's when you put X as 0. Oh, sorry. No, don't do my mistake. EX is like this, but it's minus E minus X. So that means it's upside down. So it's like this. And when I add these together, it will look like that. Kind of has this shape to it. Now I know it must be this shape because he asked me to calculate the area between -1 and 1. There's -1, there's 1. Because this is 0, it means that this area equals this area. Yes?
Share this graph is right. Because if X equals 0 and X will be 1. So the point is.
Ah, yeah, no, but look, it's minus 1 minus 1. Let me draw it for you professionally, just in case. Sometimes I make mistakes. Okay. All right. Y equals e power x plus e or minus e power minus x. Happy? So happy, huh? Whoops. What am I doing? Ah, I want to just zoom in a little bit. Oh, forget it. There we go. That's what I'm trying to get. Okay. So you see the graph goes like this shape. Happy now, Eric? Just let me finish. Oh wait, yeah, what is it here? I just have one part left to do and then you can ask me. Part 3. He just wants you to explain your graph. So you can see it's increasing. From left to right. What else can you say about the graph? Now look, how many marks are for this question? 2. So you need to make 2 comments. So first is increasing. And another important thing is that this area equals this area. That the graph is, it's like it's balanced. You know? So you say, if I need to go to a new page now, you could say the area from -1 to 0 equals the area from 0 to 1. Something like this, okay? And if you want to extra points, you could also say something like it has no local max or min. It's always increasing. So it's always getting bigger. It never goes like this, like a hill. Okay, what was your question?
Final exam. Are we going to do it with driver?
You mean, will you have Derive to help you? No. Well, you will take a Derive exam.
So why are we taking drive instead of?
Because you do have an exam in Derive worth 10%. So you do a Derive exam and this will give you 10% in your maths grade, which is good.
That's nice.
Yes.
Someone
Yes.
can you go back to question 4?
1 second. You need me to go back so you can write it down?
No, question 4.
You have a question?
Yeah. Question 4.
What's your question in question 4? Did Eric make a mistake?
No.
Okay.
I just had it, I have another way.
Oh yeah, of course. Many ways to solve it. I can check it for you. Let me stop this now.